闭眼背雅思单词。
病理学，病变。
Option.
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 选择，选择的物，选课。
She weighed her options.
她在各种选择间权衡斟酌。
She weighed her options.
Perceive.
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 感知，察觉，认识到，理解。
She is perceived as vain, spoiled, and promiscuous.
她被认为是个虚荣、娇生惯养、淫乱的女人。
She is perceived as vain, spoiled, and promiscuous.
Kindergarten.
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 幼儿园，
She's in kindergarten now.
她现在在上幼儿园。
She's in kindergarten now.
Inhale.
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 吸，吸气。
He took a long, slow breath, inhaling deeply.
他缓缓地深吸了一口气。
He took a long, slow breath, inhaling deeply.
Acute.
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 灵敏的，剧烈的，猛烈的。
He collapsed from acute renal failure.
他的身体因严重的肾衰竭而垮掉了。
He collapsed from acute renal failure.
Weigh.
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 称重，认真考虑，权衡。
She weighed her options.
他在各种选择间权衡斟酌。
She weighed her options.
Crucial.
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 决定性的，至关重要的。
Defense of the realm is crucial.
王国的防御是至关重要的。
Defense of the realm is crucial.
Sluttish.
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 懒惰的，邋遢的，放荡的。
Remark.
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 评论、谈论，注意到。
Chris met the remark with a scowl.
克里斯听到这句话面带怒容。
Chris met the remark with a scowl.
Contribute.
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 捐赠、捐助，起作用、影响。
You need not feel obliged to contribute.
你不必认为你非得捐款。
You need not feel obliged to contribute.
Necessarily.
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 必要的，必然的。
Not necessarily, she says cryptically.
不一定，他神秘地说道。
Not necessarily, she says cryptically.
Unveil.
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 揭去面纱或覆盖物，揭幕，首次公开揭露或展示。
Mr. Werner unveiled his new strategy this week.
沃纳先生本周公布了他的新策略。
Mr. Werner unveiled his new strategy this week.
Postgraduate.
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 研究生，
The university has a well-established tradition of welcoming postgraduate students from overseas.
该大学有由来已久的接收海外研究生的传统。
The university has a well-established tradition of welcoming postgraduate students from overseas.
faith,
Faith.
faith,
信任、信用、信仰、信条，
Take a leap of faith and trust them.
你就放胆信他们一次吧。
Take a leap of faith and trust them.
candidate,
Candidate.
candidate,
候选人、候补者、申请求职者、报考者，
They will screen all their candidates.
他们将审查他们所有的求职者。
They will screen all their candidates.
microscope,
Microscope.
microscope,
显微镜，
If you look at the paper under a microscope, you will see the fibers.
如果你在显微镜下观察这张纸，你就会看到纤维。
If you look at the paper under a microscope, you will see the fibers.
inversion,
Inversion.
inversion,
倒置、颠倒，
Scorching.
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 酷热的、激烈的。
That race was run in scorching weather.
那次赛跑是在酷热的天气里进行的。
That race was run in scorching weather.
bewilder,
Bewilder.
bewilder,
使迷惑，使混乱。
The silence from Alex had hurt and bewildered her.
亚历克斯的沉默令他伤心和迷惑不解。
The silence from Alex had hurt and bewildered her.
parallel,
Parallel.
parallel,
平行的、类似的、相对应的、并行的。
His remarks paralleled those of the president.
他的评论与总统的评论相同。
His remarks paralleled those of the president.
unblemished,
Unblemished.
unblemished,
无瑕疵的、完好的。
Be sure to select firm, unblemished fruit.
确保选择结实无虫洞的水果。
Be sure to select firm, unblemished fruit.
stimulus,
Stimulus.
stimulus,
刺激、促进。
Interest rates could fall soon and be a stimulus to the U.S. economy.
利率可能很快会下降，从而刺激美国经济。
Interest rates could fall soon and be a stimulus to the U.S. economy.
waterborne,
Waterborne.
waterborne,
水运的、水传播的、饮水传染的。
decompression,
Decompression.
decompression,
减压、减压式。
Decompression blew out a window in the plane.
机舱内减压吹掉了一块玻璃窗。
Decompression blew out a window in the plane.
intelligible,
Intelligible.
intelligible,
可理解的、明白易懂的、清楚的。
The language of Darwin was intelligible to experts and non-experts alike.
达尔文的语言对专家和平常人来说都容易理解。
The language of Darwin was intelligible to experts and non-experts alike.
Hospitality.
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 友好款待、好客、盛情、招待礼节。
He wasn't expecting our hospitality.
他没有期待我们的热情款待。
He wasn't expecting our hospitality.
Terminal.
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 末端的，
Carl sits at a computer terminal 40 hours a week.
卡尔每周要在电脑前坐40小时。
Carl sits at a computer terminal 40 hours a week.
Administrative.
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 管理的，行政的。
We're trying to ratchet down the administrative costs.
我们正想法使行政管理的成本稳步降低。
We're trying to ratchet down the administrative costs.
Fulfillment.
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 履行，实现。
Surpass.
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 超过，超越，优于，胜过，超过的界限，非所能办到。
Conrad Black gave an excellent party that surpassed expectations.
汤拉德·布莱克办了一次远远超出预期的精彩聚会。
Conrad Black gave an excellent party that surpassed expectations.
Attention.
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 注意，留心，立正。
My shoes caught his attention.
我的鞋子引起了他的注意。
My shoes caught his attention.
Diminish.
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 减少，降低，贬低，轻视。
He never put her down or diminished her.
他从未轻视过她或贬低过她。
He never put her down or diminished her.
Gelatin.
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 凝胶，
Succumb.
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 屈服，屈从，死亡。
Don't succumb to the temptation to have just one cigarette.
不要屈服于只抽一支烟的诱惑。
Don't succumb to the temptation to have just one cigarette.
Various.
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 各种各样的，不同的，多方面的。
He directed various TV shows.
他导演过各种电视节目。
He directed various TV shows.
Stagnate.
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 停滞，不发展。
Industrial production is stagnating.
工业生产停滞不前。
Industrial production is stagnating.
Extent.
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 范围，面积，广度，长度，程度。
To some extent, this was the truth.
在某种程度上，这是事实。
To some extent, this was the truth.
Magma.
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 岩浆，
The volcano threw new showers of magma and ash into the air.
这座火山向空气中喷发了新的岩浆和火山灰。
The volcano threw new showers of magma and ash into the air.
Plow.
plough.
Plow.
犁，
The soil sticks to the blade and blocks the plow.
土粘在刃上，卡住了犁。
The soil sticks to the blade and blocks the plow.
Conversely.
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 相反的，颠倒地。
Malaysia and Indonesia rely on open markets for forest and fishery products. Conversely, some Asian countries are highly protectionist.
马来西亚和印度尼西亚依靠开放的市场获取林业和渔业产品。与之相反的是，一些亚洲国家是高度的保护贸易论者。
Malaysia and Indonesia rely on open markets for forest and fishery products. Conversely, some Asian countries are highly protectionist.
Equity.
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 公平、公正。
Is the bear market in equities over?
股票熊市结束了吗？
Is the bear market in equities over?
Neglect.
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 忽视、疏忽、遗漏。
At times they have been shamefully neglected.
有时他们被可耻地忽略了。
At times they have been shamefully neglected.
Assumption.
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 假定、假设、担任、承担。
Such a view rests on a number of incorrect assumptions.
这一观点基于一些错误的假定。
Such a view rests on a number of incorrect assumptions.
Surf.
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 冲浪。
They surf, ski and ride.
他们冲浪、滑水和骑马。
They surf, ski and ride.
Interrelationship.
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 相互关联、相互影响。
Crossword.
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 纵横填字游戏。
He could do the Times crossword in 15 minutes.
他能在15分钟之内做完《泰晤士报》上的纵横字谜。
He could do the Times crossword in 15 minutes.
Cosmic.
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 宇宙的。
NASA plans to launch a satellite to study cosmic rays.
美国国家航空航天局计划发射一颗卫星来研究宇宙射线。
NASA plans to launch a satellite to study cosmic rays.
Pension.
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 养老金、抚恤金、年金。
I was sent a check and advised that no further pension was due.
我收到了一张支票，并被告知不再有应领的养老金了。
I was sent a check and advised that no further pension was due.
Rank.
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 排列、分等。
Luckily there was a taxi rank nearby.
幸好附近有个出租车候客处。
Luckily there was a taxi rank nearby.
Addition.
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 加、增加。
She's ready to learn simple addition and subtraction.
他准备学习简单的加法和减法。
She's ready to learn simple addition and subtraction.
Carve.
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 切、雕刻。
Carve the fowl into 8 pieces.
将这只家禽切成8块。
Carve the fowl into 8 pieces.
Gang.
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 结成一伙。
A gang taunted a disabled man.
一帮混偶羞辱了一个残疾人。
A gang taunted a disabled man.
Metaphorical.
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 隐喻的。
It turns out Levy is talking in metaphorical terms.
原来利维说的是比喻。
It turns out Levy is talking in metaphorical terms.
Veil.
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 面纱，遮蔽物。
A veiled woman gave me a kindly smile.
一位戴面纱的女子给了我一个友好的微笑。
A veiled woman gave me a kindly smile.
Former.
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 以前的，
He is a former head of the Chancellery.
他是总理府前任首席官员。
He is a former head of the Chancellery.
Textile.
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 纺织品，
Another 75,000 jobs will be lost in textiles and clothing.
纺织业和制衣业又将失去7.5万个就业机会。
Another 75,000 jobs will be lost in textiles and clothing.
Extend.
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 延长，扩大。
The building was extended in 1500.
该建筑于1500年扩建。
The building was extended in 1500.
Marginally.
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 稍微，些微。
Sales last year were marginally higher than in 1991.
去年的销售量比1991年略微高一点。
Sales last year were marginally higher than in 1991.
Hierarchy.
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 领导层、层次、等级。
See how stupidly they kowtow to persons higher in the hierarchy.
瞧他们对上级唯命是从的样子是多么的愚蠢。
See how stupidly they kowtow to persons higher in the hierarchy.
Locality.
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 位置、地区。
Following the discovery of the explosives, the president cancelled his visit to the locality.
发现爆炸物之后，总统取消了对该地区的访问。
Following the discovery of the explosives, the president cancelled his visit to the locality.
Shrink.
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 收缩、萎缩。
I've seen a shrink already.
我已经看过了精神病医生。
I've seen a shrink already.
Panic.
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 恐慌的。
She was a sensible girl and did not panic.
她是个理智的女孩子，并没有惊慌失措。
She was a sensible girl and did not panic.
Interpretation.
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 口译、解释、诠释、艺术处理。
History is always a matter of interpretation.
历史总是一个诠释的问题。
History is always a matter of interpretation.
Fold. fold. Fold.
折叠，
Fold the omelette in half.
把煎蛋对折。
Fold the omelette in half.
Hurl.
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 猛投、猛摔，大声叫骂。
I was hurled bodily to the deck.
我整个人被扔到了甲板上。
I was hurled bodily to the deck.
Presuppose.
presuppose.
presuppose,
预先假定、属实、认为、假设，以为先决条件，以为前提。
The end of an era presupposes the start of another.
一个时代的结束是以另一个时代开始为前提的。
The end of an era presupposes the start of another.
consideration,
consideration.
consideration,
考虑、思考、体谅，
Show consideration for your neighbors.
要表示出对邻居们的体贴。
Show consideration for your neighbors.
intermediate,
intermediate.
intermediate,
中间的、中级的，
Do you make any intermediate stops between your home and work?
你在住所和工作地点之间停留吗？
Do you make any intermediate stops between your home and work?
sentient,
sentient.
sentient,
有感觉能力的，有知觉力的，知悉的。
extinction,
extinction.
extinction,
灭绝、绝种、熄灭。
Hundreds of tree species face extinction.
很多树种濒临灭绝。
Hundreds of tree species face extinction.
popularity,
popularity.
popularity,
普及、流行。
Her popularity clearly shows no sign of waning.
它的受欢迎程度显然没有显示出下降的迹象。
Her popularity clearly shows no sign of waning.
exacerbate,
exacerbate.
exacerbate,
恶化、加剧。
Long-standing poverty has been exacerbated by racial divisions.
由来已久的贫穷因种族分裂而更加恶化了。
Long-standing poverty has been exacerbated by racial divisions.
metaphor,
metaphor.
metaphor,
隐喻、暗喻。
The divided family remains a powerful metaphor for a society that continued to tear itself apart.
破裂的家庭仍然是一个持续分裂的社会的有力象征。
The divided family remains a powerful metaphor for a society that continued to tear itself apart.
consequently,
consequently.
consequently,
因此，因而，
They had children and were consequently tied to the school vacations.
他们有几个孩子，因此被学校假期束缚住了。
They had children and were consequently tied to the school vacations.
frank,
frank.
frank,
坦白的、直率的。
Frank sighed audibly.
弗兰克出声地叹了口气。
Frank sighed audibly.
multinational,
multinational.
multinational,
多国的、多民族的、跨国公司的。
We live in a multinational country.
我们生活在一个多民族的国家。
We live in a multinational country.
virus,
virus.
virus,
病毒，
The virus mutates in the carrier's body.
该病毒在携带者体内发生突变。
The virus mutates in the carrier's body.
inscribe,
inscribe.
inscribe,
写、题、铭刻、牢记、铭记。
On the back I had inscribed the words, "Here's to great ideas." John.
在背面我题写了这样的话，献给伟大的思想。约翰。
On the back I had inscribed the words, "Here's to great ideas." John.
Recourse.
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 依靠、求助、求援。
It enabled its members to settle their differences without recourse to war.
它使其成员不必诉诸战争来解决他们的分歧。
It enabled its members to settle their differences without recourse to war.
Inhumane.
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 不近人情的、残忍的、不人道的。
He was kept under inhumane conditions.
他被置于惨无人道的环境里。
He was kept under inhumane conditions.
Attainable.
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 可获得的、可达到的、可实现的。
It is unrealistic to believe perfection is an attainable goal.
相信可以达到完美是不现实的。
It is unrealistic to believe perfection is an attainable goal.
Recreate.
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 再现、再创造。
I am trying to recreate family life far from home.
我正试图在远离家的地方重建家庭生活。
I am trying to recreate family life far from home.
Tropical.
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 热带的、炎热的。
She exits into the tropical storm.
他走出去，进入热带风暴。
She exits into the tropical storm.
Charge.
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 索取、要价、控告、指控、委以、指示、充电。
Who's in charge here?
这里谁负责？
Who's in charge here?
Decipher.
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 破译、解释。
I'm still no closer to deciphering the code.
破译这个密码，我还是没有进展。
I'm still no closer to deciphering the code.
Humanity.
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 人类、人、人性、人道、仁慈。
It helps engender a sense of common humanity.
它有助于引发一种共同的人道主义精神。
It helps engender a sense of common humanity.
Innovation.
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 革新、创新。
He held a number of patents for his many innovations.
他为他的许多革新申请了几项专利。
He held a number of patents for his many innovations.
Adobe.
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 土坯、泥砖。
Shutter.
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 百叶窗、快门。
Cracks of light filtered through the shutters.
一束束阳光透过百叶窗照射进来。
Cracks of light filtered through the shutters.
Trapeze.
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 高空秋千、吊架。
A long drum roll introduced the trapeze artists.
长长的击鼓声，欢迎高空秋千艺术家们到场。
A long drum roll introduced the trapeze artists.
Alternate.
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 轮流、交替，
They were streaked with alternate bands of color.
它们都带有色彩交替相间的条纹。
They were streaked with alternate bands of color.
Burgeon,
Burgeon